Hello and welcome to our channel. We have another exciting matchup for you. This time, it is between two well-known martial artists and actors, Seagal and Bruce Lee. These men are both known for their fighting skills, but who do you think will win if they face off? Find out in this video. But before we get started, kindly hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click on that notification icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. With that done, let's meet our two fighters before we head over to the arena. Steven Frederick Seagal, born in Lansing, Michigan on April 10, 1952, is an actor, screenwriter, and martial artist. Steven's dad was Jewish, while his mom was of Irish descent. At 5 years old, he moved with his parents to Fullerton, California. He attended Buena Park High School in California, and between 1970 and 1971, attended Fullerton College. Steven started his martial arts training at age 7 under Fumio Demura, a karate instructor and author. In the 1960s, he started his Aikido training in Orange County under the tutelage of Harry Ishizaka. Steven worked with a friendly Japanese man in Garden Grove at a dojo and was then encouraged to visit Japan. Between 1971 and 1973, Steven made his move to Japan to further his martial arts training and got his first Dan accreditation in 1974. Steven returned not too long after to California, where he met Miyako Fujitani, a second-degree black belt and the daughter of an Osaka Aikido master who came to LA to teach Aikido. Steven followed Miyako back to Osaka and got married to her in 1975. The couple had a son, Kentaro, and a daughter, Ayako. While in Japan, Steven ran the dojo owned by Mikayo's family. In 1983, Steven returned from Japan again to the US, accompanied by Haruo Matsuko, his senior student, and opened an Aikido dojo, initially in North Hollywood, California, but then moved the dojo to the city of West Hollywood. Steven also trained Brazilian MMA fighter Lyoto Machida, who gave him credit for helping him put his front kick to perfection that he used at UFC 129 to knock out Randy Couture. Steven ventured into the entertainment scene in 1987, where he began work for his first film, Above the Law, directed by Andrew Davis, which ended up being a huge success. After Above the Law, he acted in movies like Hard to Kill, Marked for Death, and Out for Justice, all of which were box office hits that made him an action hero. Steven reunited with Andrew Davis in 1992 with the release of Under Siege, which achieved wider mainstream success and made him extremely popular. The movie starred Tommy Lee Jones and Gary Busey and is arguably his best film till today. In 1998, Steven made his first direct-to-video release, The Patriot, which he produced with his own money. His career subsequently shifted to mostly direct-to-video productions, and he has appeared in a reality show, Steven Seagal, Lawman. Steven is also a guitarist and has dropped 2 albums, Songs from the Crystal Cave and Mojo Priest. He was given Russian and Serbian citizenship in 2016 and was appointed Russia's special envoy to the United States in 2018. Steven is currently married to Erdenatuya Batsuk, and they have 1 child together out of his other 7 children. Bruce Lee was born in California on November 27, 1940. He was a British, Hong Kong, and American martial artist, and was also a martial arts instructor, filmmaker, actor, and philosopher. Bruce was born into the family of Grace Ho and Lee Hoi Chun. Bruce's first introduction to martial arts was with his dad, who taught him the fundamentals of Wu-style Tai Chi Chuan. During his teenage years, Bruce was involved in Hong Kong gang conflicts that led to consistent street fights. The biggest influence on Bruce's martial art was his study of Wing Chun. He learned this when he was 16 under Yip Man, his teacher. Bruce also trained in other martial arts styles like Southern Praying Mantis, Northern Praying Mantis, Eagle Claw, Tan Tui, Mizongi, and Southern Dragon, to name a few. He was also trained in boxing by Brother Edward, the then coach of Francis Xavier's college boxing team. In 1958, Bruce won the Hong Kong School's boxing tournament, scoring knockdowns against Gary Elms in the final. Bruce was influenced by Muhammad Ali and even studied his footwork. Bruce was grounded in different fighting styles like judo, taekwondo, wrestling, karate, arnis, hapkido, epee fencing, and Jeet Kune Do, which he founded. Lee Hoi Chung, Bruce's dad, was a famous Cantonese opera star. As a result of this, at a very young age, Bruce was introduced into the world of cinema and featured in many films as a child. He had his first acting role in Golden Gate Girl as a baby. In 1950, Bruce was the co-star with his dad in The Kid, which was based on a comic book character. At age 18, Bruce had featured in 20 films. These films were not martial arts films. Bruce is well known for his roles. Bruce played his first lead role in The Big Boss in 1971, a huge box office success across Asia that made him very famous. In 1972, he also starred in Fist of Fury, which broke the box office records that The Big Boss set. In his third film, Way of the Dragon, he had complete control of the film's production as he was the writer, star, director, and choreographer of the fighting scenes. The film was written by Bruce, Golden Harvest, and Warner Brothers. He also acted in Enter the Dragon, released in 1973, and The Game of Death, released in 1978, both directed by Robert Klaus. Bruce is one of the most influential martial artists of all time, but sadly passed away from cerebral edema on July 20th, 1973. Now that we know our fighters well enough, let's get to it. These two fighters have never been in a fight, at least none that we know of. To get our winner in this matchup, we'll be judging our contestants across 4 categories: fighting pedigree, physique, skill, and improvisation. Each fighter will be awarded a maximum of 10 points for each category, and the fighter with the higher cumulative points will be announced as the winner. Are you ready? Then let's get down to the main action. Fighting pedigree. These two fighters are well versed in martial arts. Steven is a 7th Dan black belt in Aikido. Aikido focuses more on non-violent self-defense that involves using your opponent's force against them. While Bruce, on the other hand, was grounded in a whole lot of fighting styles and had lots of fighting experience during his lifetime. With that being said, Bruce would be coming out on top here with 9 points and Steven with 6 points because we just don't think Aikido is enough to stop Bruce Lee. Physique. Steven stands at 6 feet 4 inches and weighs 120 kilograms, while Bruce stood at 5 feet 8 inches and weighed 64 kilograms. Steven wins this category with 8 points and 7 points for Bruce. Skill. Aside from Aikido, Steven does not possess much skill, so comparing his skill set to that of Bruce Lee, one of the most skilled martial artists ever, seems like quite a big stretch, don't you think? Bruce wins this category with 9 points, with Steven getting 6 points. Improvisation. Bruce is a better all-around fighter, so if Steven gets into a fight with him, he should expect loads of surprises. Bruce 9 points, Steven 6 points. The verdict? With a total of 34 points, Bruce Lee emerges as the winner over Steven Seagal with 26 points. Sorry, Steven. All right, folks, that's the end of the matchup. Do you agree with our verdict? Feel free to let us know what you think in the comments section. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.